Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are continuing Bo Burnham's What Special. It's taking a while to get through this one, I will admit, but we're almost there. As always, guys, I appreciate you sticking around, hanging out with me, watching the videos and everything. So if you've been enjoying them, consider clicking that subscribe button and also follow me on Instagram because that's like my main social platform that I've been posting on. So, okay, this was right after Andy the Frog and Out of the Abyss. Just, yeah.
If I could break, I want to thank you all for being here because, I'm so grateful that you'd all come here and spend an hour of your time with me. And if you're watching at home or whatever, on a computer or something, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Genuinely, this is my favorite thing to do. And I'm so grateful for people watching it and enjoying it. Okay, I will now recede back into my stage persona. I just blacked out for 20 seconds. Thank you for coming. Love songs used to be so beautiful. You know, let us go then, you and I. When the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient it thrives upon a table. T.S. Eliot, beautiful. Love songs nowadays, just as beautiful, guys. Usher, Justin Bieber, 1D, you know them. But these new artists, they've done something very strange to the format of the love song. They've changed it a bit. And I tried to capture how they've changed the format of the love song with this love song. I hope you enjoy it and mark the differences.
Something makes me think that this is not going to be a very touching love song.
Format of the love song with this love song. I hope you enjoy it and mark the differences. Jason Derulo.
Oh my God.
I love your hair, I love your name, I love the way you say it. I love your heart and you're so smart cause you gave away it. I love your sis, I love your dad, I love your mom. But more than all of that, I love the fact that you are dumb enough to not realize everything I've said has been said before in 1,000 ways, in 1,000 songs, sung with the same 4 chords, but you'll still love it and let me finger you. Finger you, finger you. Oh girl, I hope you don't think that I'm rude when I tell you that I love you, boo. I also hope that you don't see through this cleverly constructed ruse designed by a marketing team cashing in on puberty and low self-esteem and girls' desperate need to feel loved. Yeah.
It's all the
America says we love a chorus, but don't get complicated and bore us, though meaning might be missing. We need to know the words after just one listen, so repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff,
my God, I love this.
repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff. Yeah, oh, you know it.
Oh, you know it.
I love my baby.
I love what he's doing. It kind of reminds me of his country song Pandering, but love songs instead of country songs. I mean, artists nowadays definitely do this. I always think about like the 90s specifically because that was that was when I grew up, and I have like very fond memories of a lot of different songs from the 90s. Like one of them, for example, the man, what's it called? Is it Every Morning by Sugar Ray? The Every Morning at the halo hanging up on the corner. Like, I have such a fond memory of that song, and it just seems like songs back then like really told a story, and even the music and like the instruments were more unique and stuff. And now there's just like this formula with pop songs or any song really, where it's just like the same chords, similar BPMs, and just like repeated lyrics, because there is just a formula in pop culture now where it's like, okay, you want a hit song, do this, this, and this, and feature this artist, you're gonna have a hit song, like no matter what. Like, it's just a formula. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because for me with music, I like music if if it gets my head like bopping along and it just, I enjoy the sound of it, right? I don't care so much about the lyrics now if the music is good, but if the music is like not that good and the lyrics are also not that good, then yeah, in my opinion. But it does make me think back to like 90s songs where like, even back then, which it wasn't that long ago, everything, every song told the story. Like you have like Mr. Jones and, God, 90s music is so good, man. I really feel like it was like late 2000s where there was like the shift or whatever, especially with like the Jason Derulo. Like I remember a lot of songs when I was in high school about Jason Derulo, and like he was very popular and everything. So yeah, it seems like, everything is just repeated now. It's just a formula, and especially the hooks and the chorus, like they're very, very simple, and it's because it's just to like, so it's simple so you can remember it, so it's in your head, it's stuck in your head, and it's a little bit catchy. And the more that it's catchy, like the catchier it is, the more it's in your head, the more you're going to listen to it, the more you're going to sing it out loud and like spread it by word of mouth or whatever, right? Like Justin Bieber's song Yummy, like, yeah, you got that yummy yum, that yummy yum, that yummy yummy, and that's like the whole chorus. Say that word, I'm a wait, yeah, babe, yeah. It's just like, it's catchy, but it's so super simple. But the fact that you have Justin Bieber on the track, and it sounds catchy and the lyrics are just super simple, like it was a hit song. But there's also a lot of people who think the song is complete shit because it was so simple. I have a lot to say about music and like these sort of things, if you guys couldn't tell. So I'll shut up and we can listen to the song.
Baby, I love my baby and I couldn't live without her. But now I need to make every girl think this song's about her, just to make sure that they spread it like the plague. So I describe my dream girl as really, really vague. Like, I love your hands cause your fingerprints are like no other. I love your eyes and their bluish, brownish, greenish color. I love it when you smile,
make
you
it vague.
Smile wide. And I love how your torso has an arm on either side. Now, if you're my agent, you might be thinking, oh no, sound the alarms. You're not appealing to little girls who don't have arms, but they can use iTunes, so fuck 'em, who needs 'em? Oh girl, oh hello Satan. Oh Satan, you taste so good. Repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff. Everybody,
you just blew the microphone.
Come on, louder, I can't hear you.
Oh my God.
Young ones, listen up. I'm in magazines full of model teens so far above you. So read them and hate yourself, then pay me to tell you I love you. And your parents will always come along, because their little girl is in love. And how could love be wrong? How could love be wrong? When you repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff. I am a vessel 666. Illuminati. We know it's not right. We know it's not funny, but we'll stop beating this dead horse when it stops spitting out money. But until then, we will repeat stuff.
I love this song, dude. So yeah, second verse is talking about how, everything, they make everything relatable to, the girl with an arm on either side of your torso, and then the bluish, greenish, brownish eyes or whatever. Like, that's another thing, right? It's another part of it. It's like, make it vague and relatable enough to where like people think that, the song is about them or whatever. And so, That's another part of it. And then, oh my God, when he started blowing the mic, which was apparently, Satan, it's kind of weird, right? Because it's like, making a deal with the devil or whatever. Like, you have people who become like so famous so quickly. It does kind of like make you think, right? And like, I remember, man, who was it? It was like Post Malone or something. It's like he was on like, he was in a plane crash or something and he survived, or he was supposed to be in a plane crash or something. And it's like, I don't know, just like freak stuff like that, or like it really kind of makes you think sometimes, right? But I mean, I'm not some crazy like conspiracy theory kind of guy or whatever. I'm gonna like, I actually take those things to heart and like I'm gonna look into it and try and prove it or whatever. But it's like, it is kind of, it makes you think. And then kind of the whole cult reference with like the, oh man, the Nazi salute and everyone repeating the stuff, and it's a, I don't know, it's a good message. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, maybe it kind of is that bad. Like some fandoms are like pretty intense, I will say, but I can't knock an artist for using, this formula to their advantage for their own gain, right? I mean, they're still an artist, they're still making music or content or whatever it is, and they're still providing music and bringing happiness to people through their music and stuff. So I mean, you can't really blaming them for taking advantage of something that works. You do really respect some of the artists that are changing the mold a little bit nowadays. One I will say is like Olivia Rodrigo. Yes, she had that whole thing with like Paramore and Misery Business or whatever, but I think her sound and everything is more unique than what we've been hearing in the past, like, I don't know, 10 years. She's bringing back, the real instruments, the real guitar, the real drums, all this stuff in like mainstream music. And she also, like, her vocals are also like usually very dry. Like there's not many effects on them, right? I will say like Billie Eilish too, and Phineas. Their stuff is more, kind of overly produced and stuff, like, but produced in like a very unique way. I don't know if you guys have ever watched how they make some of, Billie Eilish's songs or whatever, like her and Phineas, but some of the stuff they do is like genius and something you would never think about. And they do it all themselves. They don't do it in like this, as far as I know, like their latest, or not their newest album, but their like their debut album, I think it was, is like they produced the entire thing in their room, which is cool to see, like, young people changing music and changing this formula that has been taken advantage of for the last like 20 years. But hey, again, if it's catchy, it sounds good, I enjoy it, really. I don't care if the lyrics are shit. Like, Yummy was a bop. I don't care if he just said like the same words over and over. It's still kind of like a feel good, like vibey kind of song. There's other music out there that is accessible and that I can find and listen to if that's what I want to listen to, right? Like I don't need, like, I'm not gonna like shit on an artist for taking advantage of this formula, because it's working for them, and it works for millions of people too. So why really get upset over that? That was a good song. I love that, and I think it's got a good message too. I mean, it is definitely pointing out kind of the obvious with like the music industry these days. But like I said, there are people out there changing the game, and hopefully others will follow. Hopefully others will see that you don't have to just stick to this cookie cutter formula to make it, and others will follow. You've even had artists who have been around for a long time. I know I'm going off on this, but you even have artists that have been around for a super, super long time. Like, I want to say like All Time Low. I listened to those guys like when I was in high school, 15 years ago, and they were like this, all pop punk, like indie sort of band. And now they're mainstream. They got Monsters with Black Bear, on top 40. And that is not something you would ever imagine being a thing 10-15 years ago when they were doing like their Put Up or Shut Up album or something like that, right? But all right, guys. Okay, I'm done. I'm done going off about the music. It's something I kind of pay attention to for a long time, right? And it kind of works similarly with YouTube. Like, people have these cookie cutter formulas, and they have like, the things that work and the thing that doesn't. And you can just literally follow the same thing, and you'll see success. Sometimes, you got to get a little lucky, but yeah, it's crazy. It really goes hand in hand with a lot of things in life, besides just the music industry. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. That song was great. I think we only have one more after this, the finale. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I definitely am. But as always, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.